Greetings, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest, your trusted source for the juiciest updates, theories, and speculations about the heart-pounding drama unfolding in Salem. Today, we dive deep into a storyline that has gripped viewers with suspense, intrigue, and raw emotion: the enigmatic and potentially tragic fate of Dr. Marlena Evans. Is Marlena on the verge of disappearing forever? Could the shadows of her past, entwined with the sinister Stefano di Mera, be resurfacing to haunt her? Buckle up, because we're about to unravel a tale dripping with mystery, betrayal, and the echoes of a dark history. A shocking collapse in the courtroom. The latest episodes of Days of Our Lives have left fans reeling, their hearts pounding as they witnessed a moment that will undoubtedly go down as one of the most dramatic in Salem's storied history. Picture the scene. The courtroom is a cauldron of tension, with accusations flying and emotions running high. Marlena, the poised and brilliant psychiatrist who has been a pillar of strength for so many, stands at the center of the storm. Her daughter, Belle Black, watches from the sidelines, her eyes filled with admiration for her mother's unshakable resolve. But in an instant, everything changes. Marlena's face pales, her breath catches, and her knees buckle. The courtroom gasps as she collapses to the floor, her elegant frame crumpling like a marionette with its strings cut. Belle's scream pierces the air, a sound of pure anguish as she rushes to her mother's side, cradling her in her arms. The judge bangs the gavel, calling for order, but chaos reigns. Paramedics swarm in, their urgent voices cutting through the stunned silence as they work to stabilize Marlena. The camera pans to Belle's tear-streaked face, her eyes wide with terror as she whispers, "Mom, please, stay with us." This heart-stopping moment is more than just a plot twist, it's a seismic shift in the narrative of Days of Our Lives. Marlena, the woman who has weathered countless storms, from demonic possessions to tangled love triangles, now lies vulnerable, her fate hanging in the balance. As the ambulance sirens wail, carrying her to Salem University Hospital, fans are left with a single, burning question: what is happening to Marlena? A medical mystery deepens at the hospital, the drama intensifies. The sterile white walls and the steady beeping of monitors do little to calm the nerves of Marlena's loved ones. John Black, her devoted husband, paces the waiting room, his rugged features etched with worry. Belle clings to her father, her hands trembling as they await news from the doctors. Kayla Johnson, Salem's trusted physician, emerges with a grim expression, her clipboard clutched tightly. The initial tests are inconclusive. Marlena's blood work, which had been perfectly normal just weeks prior, shows no obvious signs of distress. Yet here she lies, unconscious, her condition deteriorating with no clear explanation. This medical mystery sends shockwaves through the hospital and the fanbase alike. How could a woman as healthy as Marlena, who has always taken meticulous care of herself, succumb to such a sudden and inexplicable ailment? The doctors order a battery of tests, MRIs, CT scans, toxicology screens, but each result deepens the enigma. There's no infection, no tumor, no obvious cause for her collapse. The word poison begins to circulate, whispered in hushed tones by nurses and speculated upon by fans on social media. Could someone be orchestrating Marlena's downfall from the shadows? The TV Days Drama Digest team has been buzzing with theories, and we're not alone. Posts on X are ablaze with speculation, with fans pointing to the possibility of foul play. Marlena's collapse feels too sudden to be natural, one user writes. I bet someone's slipping something into her coffee. Another chimes in, this has Di Mera written all over it. Stefano's ghost is probably laughing somewhere. The idea that Marlena might be the victim of poisoning isn't just a fan theory, it's a chilling possibility that aligns with the dark, twisted history of Salem. Shadows of the past, the queen of the night as Marlena lies in her hospital bed, her mind becomes a battleground for memories she thought were long buried. In a series of haunting, feverish dreams, she is transported back to a time when her life was inextricably linked to one of the most dangerous men in Salem, Stefano Di Mera. The patriarch of the Di Mera family, Stefano was a master manipulator, a man whose obsession with Marlena cast a long and sinister shadow over her life. In these dreams, Marlena relives moments from her past as Stefano's Queen of the Night, a title he bestowed upon her during one of his most diabolical schemes. The imagery is vivid and unsettling. Marlena sees herself in a flowing black gown, standing in a candlelit room as Stefano's voice whispers promises of power and devotion. "You are my queen," he says, his eyes gleaming with a dangerous mix of adoration and menace. These dreams are more than mere memories. They feel like warnings, as if Stefano's influence is reaching out from beyond the grave to reclaim her. The question is, are these visions a product of her illness, or are they a clue to the truth behind her condition? For longtime Days of Our Lives fans, the reference to Queen of the Night is a gut punch, a reminder of the psychological torment Marlena endured at Stefano's hands. Decades ago, he kidnapped her, brainwashed her, and tried to mold her into his perfect partner. Though Marlena escaped his clutches, the trauma left scars that never fully healed. Could someone be using Stefano's playbook to target her now? The possibility sends chills down the spine, and it's not hard to imagine a new villain or an old one lurking in the wings, ready to exploit Marlena's vulnerabilities. The poison theory, a web of suspects. The TV Days Drama Digest team is leaning heavily into the poisoning theory, and we're not alone. The idea that Marlena's collapse is the result of a deliberate act fits perfectly with the high-stakes drama that Days of Our Lives is known for. But who could be behind such a nefarious plot? Salem is a town full of secrets, grudges, and hidden agendas, and the list of potential suspects is as long as it is intriguing. First, let's consider the Di Mera family. Though Stefano is gone, his legacy lives on through his children and their penchant for chaos. Could E.J. Di Mera, with his polished exterior and ruthless streak, be involved? E.J. has always walked a fine line between hero and villain, and his complicated history with Marlena makes him a plausible candidate. Or perhaps it's Kristen Di Mera, whose obsession with power and revenge knows no bounds. Kristen's return to Salem has already stirred up trouble, and poisoning Marlena to destabilize the Black family would be right up her alley. Then there's the possibility of a new player in town. Salem is no stranger to mysterious newcomers with hidden motives. Could a shadowy figure from Marlena's past, someone we haven't seen in years, be pulling the strings? The writers of Days of Our Lives are masters at resurrecting forgotten characters, and a vengeful foe from Marlena's early days as a psychiatrist could be the key to unlocking this mystery. Imagine a patient she once treated, now driven by a decades-old grudge, slipping poison into her morning tea. The thought is as terrifying as it is compelling. Of course, we can't rule out the possibility of a more personal betrayal. Marlena's inner circle is filled with complex relationships, and even those closest to her might have reasons to turn against her. Could John, her soulmate, be hiding a dark secret? Or what about Belle, whose recent struggles might have pushed her to a breaking point? The beauty of Days of Our Lives is that no one is above suspicion, and every character has the potential for a shocking heel turn. The stakes: will Marlena disappear forever? As the mystery deepens, the question on every fan's mind is whether Marlena will survive this ordeal, or if she's destined to disappear forever. The idea of losing Marlena, a character who has been the heart and soul of Days of Our Lives for over 4 decades, is almost unthinkable. Played with unparalleled grace by Deidre Hall, Marlena is more than just a character. She's an icon, a beacon of resilience and compassion in a town plagued by turmoil. Yet the writers have never shied away from bold moves, and the possibility of Marlena's permanent exit looms like a dark cloud over Salem. If Marlena is being poisoned, the clock is ticking. Each day she spends in the hospital brings her closer to the point of no return. The poison, if it exists, could be a slow-acting agent, designed to erode her strength over time. The medical team's inability to identify the cause only heightens the stakes, as every failed test brings Marlena closer to the edge. Will Kayla and her colleagues crack the case in time, or will Marlena slip away, leaving her family and friends to grapple with an unimaginable loss? But there's another layer to this story that makes it even more tantalizing. The potential return of the Queen of the Night. In her dreams, Marlena is not just reliving her past, she's being pulled back into the persona Stefano created for her. Could the poison be more than just a physical weapon? What if it's a chemical designed to alter her mind, to resurrect the darker, more malleable version of Marlena that Stefano once controlled? The idea of Marlena transforming into a figure from her past, a queen cloaked in darkness, is both thrilling and terrifying. It would be a devastating blow to her loved ones, who have fought so hard to keep her grounded in the light. The emotional fallout, the ripple effects of Marlena's collapse are already being felt across Salem. John, who has faced countless threats to his happiness with Marlena, is a man on the edge. His love for her is the cornerstone of his existence, and the thought of losing her is pushing him to desperate measures. In recent episodes, we've seen him confront old enemies and dig into Marlena's past, determined to uncover the truth. But John's quest for answers could lead him into dangerous territory, putting him at odds with powerful forces who want to keep their secrets buried. Belle, meanwhile, is a portrait of heartbreak. As Marlena's daughter, she has always looked to her mother for guidance and strength. Now, with Marlena fighting for her life, Belle is forced to confront her own vulnerabilities. Her scenes at Marlena's bedside are gut-wrenching as she pours out her fears and regrets, begging her mother to hold on. The chemistry between Deidre Hall and Martha Madison is electric, grounding the fantastical elements of the storyline in raw, human emotion. The rest of Salem is equally shaken. Friends like Roman Brady and Kate Roberts rally around the Black family, offering support but also grappling with their own fears. The hospital waiting room becomes a microcosm of Salem's interconnected lives, as characters from all corners of the canvas come together to pray for Marlena's recovery. Even those with no direct connection to Marlena, like Gabby Hernandez and Chad DiMera, are drawn into the drama, their own storylines intersecting with the mystery in unexpected ways. What's next for Marlena? As we await the next episodes of Days of Our Lives, the TV Days Drama Digest team is on the edge of our seats, eagerly anticipating the twists and turns that lie ahead. Will the doctors uncover the truth behind Marlena's condition? Is there a poison coursing through her veins, or is something even more sinister at play? And what role do her dreams of Stefano and the Queen of the Night play in this unfolding saga? The answers can't come soon enough, but one thing is certain. This storyline is shaping up to be one of the most gripping in recent memory. Our speculation is that Marlena's illness is no accident. The signs point to a deliberate act, a calculated move by someone with a deep connection to her past. Whether it's a DiMera, a scorned former patient, or a trusted ally turned traitor, the truth will undoubtedly shake Salem to its core. And if Marlena does disappear, whether through death, transformation, or some other soap opera twist, the impact will be seismic. The loss of such a beloved character would send shockwaves through the show, forcing every character to confront their own mortality and the fragility of the bonds they hold dear. But there's hope yet. Marlena is a survivor, a woman who has faced the impossible and emerged stronger every time. If anyone can overcome this crisis, it's her. The question is whether she'll do it as Marlena Evans, the compassionate psychiatrist, or as the Queen of the Night, a shadow of her former self. Either way, the journey promises to be a roller coaster of emotions, with stakes higher than ever before. Join the conversation. What do you think, Days of Our Lives fans? Is Marlena being poisoned, or is there another explanation for her collapse? Who do you suspect is behind this mystery, and what do you make of her dreams about Stefano? Head over to our TV Days Drama Digest channel and share your theories in the comments. Follow us on X for real-time updates and join the thousands of fans speculating about Marlena's fate. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.